hate her. I don't know. She's not one I regularly listen to. But you actually forwarded me the story, and the more I looked into it, I was fascinated by what was going on here. That she won a case against a YouTuber who was defaming her. She's now won over $4 million. I actually got a statement from Christopher Melcher because I was just very curious legally. This seemed like a surprise. Usually defamation cases of this sort don't usually get very far along here in the States. So I want to break down what happened, this YouTuber that's been after her. Also, Britney's being stalked by an ex? Yeah, apparently. We got the footage. I just got that as well as taking your comments and questions. A lot of stories from the Headline Group. Thanks so much to all my amazing Mod Squad Headline Group for helping behind the scenes always with the channel. You guys are the best. Couldn't do this without you guys. So yeah, I'm excited. Lots to get through, and let's start getting to it, shall we? All right, so who's a fan of Cardi B in the chat? I'm curious where you guys are at. Is this, are you guys a fan of her, or musically, just regularly? I'm curious what people think about her in general. Steph, what is your opinion on her? Are you a fan?
I have no opinion of Cardi B. I don't really listen to that kind of music. I've not listened to a full song of Cardi B. I know of her. That's it, really. Yeah, I don't really have that much of an opinion of her because I don't really know her that much. I haven't even heard WAP in full. I've seen like snippets of the video, but that's pretty much it. Anyone that knows me knows I'm into like heavy rock, heavy metal, Alter Bridge, my favourite band, that kind of music. So Cardi B, I know of her, but that's pretty much it. Andy, I can't hear you, mate.
Sorry, I remember her from WAP, the video, obviously, which I was never a big fan of. I just didn't, not my thing. Not that I'm against it or it's like, too much for me. I don't know. I didn't think it was very catchy. I didn't think it was, I like catchy music. I like rap music. None of her stuff has really been my style. And then she's kind of fun in interviews. I like that she doesn't give a shit and she'll call out what she thinks. So I appreciate that about her. But yeah, I'm just musically not a big fan. Now, so I followed her here and there, so I'm not as in-depth on her background, guys, so just bear with us as we get through this report. Because it's an interesting case what happened here, and it could affect all of us, Steph, YouTubers, everybody, because she sued for defamation, and usually you don't get that here, and she won. She won massively. This is a big win on her part. So, in fact, I'm going to put a poll out. I'm just also trying to get some more people in the building before we start with the main event. But do you like Cardi B? Let's see. I'm curious where you guys sit with her. Yes and no. Keep it simple. Yeah, but I appreciate that she sort of came from nothing, right? And managed to go big. I do respect that about her. I don't care about her past. I don't care about her being a stripper or things that she's used to do. Good for her. And I'm not familiar with this YouTuber we're about to call it either, so I might need some of your help in there. But let's get to where we are with this. All right, so I
ain't familiar with her either.
Yeah, well, we're going to both get familiar today.
Yep.
I see some people are aware of this story, so I wanted to get to it. Here we go. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I'm Andy Signor. We are live. We've been hanging. I'm here with Steph, the Alter Nerd, and we're here to break down the news of today. And today, Steph, Cardi B just won tons of money, $4 million, in her libel case against YouTuber Tasha K. Jurors have now ruled that the defendant, Tasha K, owes Cardi an additional $1.5 million. That was after already winning, but this is additional punitive damages. So now the total is going up to $4 million. Wow. What's going on here? How did this happen? Let's break it down for those of you who don't know, because look, this is an interesting case to know. A celebrity suing a YouTube reporter and winning $4 million is something I obviously want to pay attention to. What happened? Is our freedom of speech in jeopardy, or was this woman actually lying and caught lying? In which case, then get rid of her. Good job. Let's break down what we have so far. Also, I have a statement from Christopher Melcher that I'm going to read in a minute, sort of break down his thoughts. Because I will say, he was shocked. He was surprised by this, just based on the history of cases like this. But so here's what happened. So what did she say? What got this money? This was a 2 weeks of deliberation in Georgia. A jury awarded her 1.25 in damages. She took the YouTube star, and the YouTube star in question is her, Tasha K. Unwind with Tasha K. She's 1 million subscribers, and I was going through sort of seeing her Cardi B videos that are still there. Excuse me, and she's definitely getting into drama, talking about who's cheating on who. I don't know how she has all this information, but it's a lot of tea spilling. Now I haven't watched, and I'm curious if you guys are familiar with her or her work. Not here, to support her, but I want to tell the story fully. She's clearly going to need some money, Steph, based on what just happened. I don't know if she deserves it, but I don't know if she's just out there speculating and just being a hater, or she's actually spreading lies. That to me is the sort of difference here in this case, and we'll decide where I stand on it. If she was genuinely caught telling lies, well, then I got a problem with her, because I think that's scummy. Why would you do that? If she's out there just sort of speculating, celebrity gossip, well, then I don't understand how she won. You know what I mean, Steph? To me, it's a pretty clear line of if you're actually lying and spreading misinformation. The news does it all that time, right? But if you're actually caught admitting to lying and knowing and spreading misinformation on purpose, then yeah, you're scum and you deserve to lose. However, in a lot of what we're talking about, could Jamie Lynn say, "You're lying, Andy, I'm suing you," when in reality, I'm reporting what I have, what my sources say. And it's a fair thing. I want to make sure we look into this case to be careful of what's this about and what's going on. So, what do you guys? First of all, people don't like Cardi B in this audience. 57% no, 43% yes so far. I'm just curious where you guys stand on her. Let's get back to this case. So just so you have a breakdown of who we're talking about. This was a good breakdown brought to you by Hit C that sort of helped recap a lot for me. Court found that YouTuber Tasha K was liable for defamation, invasion of privacy, and causing emotional distress to rapper Cardi B. Social media star was ruled to have published slanderous and defamatory statements about the rapper. Cardi testified in court that she felt suicidal over Tasha K's claims, adding, "I felt defeated and depressed, and I didn't want to sleep with my husband." Tasha K, real name Latasha Keeb, was ordered to pay $1.25 million in damages after 2 weeks of deliberation. Billboard reports Keeby's payout could end up being even higher, which it now is. It's now $4 million. Proceedings have started to go, in which that's what we just found out. So what did she say about Cardi B? Well, it was defamation, and the UpRap originally filed lawsuit against Keeby in November 2019, following claims that the YouTube star had made against Cardi. Tasha K made false allegations in videos that Cardi B had worked as a prostitute, contracted STIs, used illegal substances, and cheated on her husband. 2008, the YouTuber claimed Cardi performed on stripper stages. Vulture reported that KB admitted in court that she had knowingly published lies about the rapper. Now, right there, we have multiple. So I'm curious with this article. So yes, this is Vulture. Vulture reports this. Apparently, as I was doing this, there was a moment in her deliberations where she did come forward and admit this. Hold on, I have it here. There's a document I couldn't open, sadly. Wait, do I still have it here? I did have it here. Hold on, I'm going to open it. There was a legal document that I had, Steph, and I shared it with you as well because I was trying to get access and I couldn't. I even saw if Christopher could help me get in because it's for lawyers. But it detailed some information that I want to make sure I share with you because it acknowledges the fact that, here it is. Well, I can't read the full article. This is a Lawyer 360 is the real thing. Lying about Cardi B is my business, YouTuber tells Georgia jury. For now, what we can read here, before it goes to the behind the expert professional paywall, on January 12th, a YouTuber accused Cardi B of defamation told a jury on Wednesday that she knowingly published lies about the rapper to generate money for her business, while repeatedly telling her viewers that she speaks the truth. Latasha Keeb spent the day on the witness stand in Atlanta federal court, admitting that she dragged and targeted Cardi B, whose real name, yada, 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 to drive public engagement with her online content. Now, I wish I could read more of this, and I'm trying to find more, but everyone links this as sort of the proof that she was lying. But again, what's weird here is it says she admitted that she dragged and targeted Cardi B for profit. Now, is that lying? Dragging, look, I could make videos all day dragging Jamie Lynn, right? As long as I'm not saying what I'm saying is factual, right? I could do that. TMZ made a whole living of it, right, Steph? Doing it to Britney, and they haven't been sued, sadly. So I'm confused here what she actually said, but according to this statement, and if this is true, this apparently is what really was the difference here as to why this case went in Cardi B's favor. She was caught, according to the jury, admitting that she was lying and stirring up this drama to get more clicks and engagement. And if that's the case, which the jury deduced, then yeah, I'm not a fan of this YouTuber. I think that's pretty scummy. I don't know any justification to it. Yeah, we all got to have engagement. Yes, sometimes we clickbait a little bit. Yes, sometimes we speculate, right, Steph? But telling outright lies for engagement, that's never happening here. And anybody who does that is an enemy of mine, just because it's like the Joseph Morris, individual who was posting all that bullshit during the Gabby case. That stuff's just disgusting, and I can't endorse it or do it. So if that's the true case, then bravo to Cardi B. But it still opens up the can of worms of like, can celebrities sue for defamation if YouTubers are out there dragging them? Is really where the complication and the interesting debate comes of how much can these YouTubers say before the celebrity can say, hey, you've gone too far. Now, if it's caught telling lies, and in this instance of what she said, spreading stuff about she was a prostitute, she had STIs, she was cheating on her husband, if you're just saying that as fact and even having her admit that she's saying, I'm telling the truth, I speak the truth, then that's not a good look. Not a good look. Her statement after the initial verdict was, my husband, attorneys, and I have fought really hard. I want to thank them for their long hours, sleepless nights. Why knows it's only up from here. See y'all in a few days. Back to work. She's back to YouTubing, and in fact, she tweeted again today. She'll be making her big statement tonight on her channel, of course, to try and rally up eyeballs and I imagine money, because she needs views right now to pay off $4 million. Like, Jesus, I don't know how you do that. She's not that big of a YouTuber, but she's going to try and make a statement tonight, I guess, in response, and we'll see what she says. This will be her first and last statement about the case, but I wonder how much she'll actually reveal. I doubt much. It does seem like she's going to appeal the case if she can. And so
you still have the law website up?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be the difference of who pays up and who doesn't. Either Cardi B went against Tasha as a person, or Cardi B went up against the company, Kiwi Studios LLC. My understanding, in terms of limited companies and whatnot, which is what LLC indicates to me, is when you go up against a limited company and you sue that, it's the company that pays out and not the actual individual. So Tasha, I don't know what the laws are over there, but over here, she was here, Tasha could just, dissolve the company, file bankruptcy, and then court would forgive the payout because the entity doesn't exist anymore and there's no money at all, and then that's it. So you say that she's on the hook for $4 million, but it depends if Cardi B went against her or the company as the entity. Does that make sense?
Well, it says Cabe and her company. I mean, Cabe is her last name. I'm sure she just set up an LLC for tax purposes because her YouTube channel took off, right? She may even have an employer or two, in which case you have to set that up anyway. But
yes.
You make an interesting point. Maybe there is a sneaky way she'll be able to try and push that off. But it does sound like it's her and the company. And I imagine if Cardi B wants to pursue it, she could, to say, yo, she's still making money. She just ended her company. I doubt that would work, but I'm no lawyer. I'm no expert on any of that stuff. But interesting idea there. Basically, yeah, I mean, she, attorney representing Cardi refused to comment. The rapper did post a picture. But Cardi B has commented today. Cardi B's response now was, I need a chat with Meghan Markle. Now, Meghan Markle had won a defamation suit in the UK. When I saw this, I was like, oh, no, what? Huh?
No, Cardi B, with all due respect, you do not need to chat with Meghan Markle. That's the last person you need to have a word with. Oh my goodness, the stuff that came out with Meghan, with it all being, you know, on her side, very premeditated with that letter, you know, the words that everything that came out about that letter that was, you know, leaked to the press and everything, and her intentions. That's the last person you need to be speaking to, lads. No.
No, I think that's, she
goodness.
doesn't, Cardi B's not, I'm probably not paying attention. I'm sure she's seeing, supporting, whatever. Let's not get into a Meghan Markle bashing sesh. It's not even what this was going to be about, but telling to see that that's her first response out.
Hey, any excuse.
Yeah, telling to see that. So as for the case itself, now it's $4 million that she's, Cardi's lawyer successfully argued that the upstart suffered embarrassment, humiliation, mental anguish, and emotional stress. Those are things you got to prove from the defamation. It's got to actually cause harm. And it makes me wonder, I mean, look, I've gone through a lot of hate and stuff, but I don't know. Do you think could she just have been over exaggerating for the sake of the court to win this case, Steph? Do you really think she was suicidal because one YouTuber kept just making nonsense about her? I mean, you'd think Cardi B would be at a level rich enough and up there that why is she letting these idiot haters even drag her down? You know what I mean? I don't know. And I mean, not to be, mean here, but it's interesting. I mean, I could see Cardi B just wanting to win this case because it was lies, right? And in order to do that, you have to prove, these things. Well, what was this emotional distress? Tell us. I don't know, but you gotta say that stuff to win. So I'm just curious. I wonder, we don't know. Let's not speculate on whether she's lying about being suicidal, but it's just something you have to be at that level to win. You have to show that to win damages. And so those are the damages and medical expenses she now has to pay. Rolling Stone reports that jurors have hit KB with an additional set of penalties for a further $1.5 million punitive damages. Cardi B was also awarded the cost of her legal expenses and fees incurred by her attorneys. So now she's got to pay not only Cardi B, but the lawyers. KB and her extension company will be ordered to pay a compensatory package exceeding $4 million. In a statement issued today, Kebi's lawyer said he and his client disagree with the verdict and will be filing an appeal. Cardi, on the other hand, celebrated after almost 4 years of repeated libel slander against me. Being able to walk away from this victorious brings me great happiness. During this trial, all you have learned about the darkest time of my life. That moment in time was fueled by the vile, disgusting, completely false narratives that were repeatedly, relentlessly being shared online. I thought I would never be heard or vindicated, and I felt completely helpless and vulnerable. I have never taken for granted the platform that my fame allows me to have, which is why for over 3 years I dedicated every resource I had to seek justice and set justice, and not just justice for me. The truth is that the intentional harm that was done to me is done to countless others every day. The only difference between me and the high schooler who's being cyberbullied and lied on by his classmates is the money and resources I have access to. We collectively have to say enough is enough. Now, look, I agree with her there. That's a well-said statement. It sucks. There's a lot of media that lies and is printing lies, and she has the resources to follow through. And so she's now feeling good, and there you go. She saw a therapist. She struggled to be intimate. These are also the things, because it's crazy when she reveals this. It's also just things you have to say. Steph, is what I'm getting at. Of like, how do you? Because when I even considered suing for defamation, they're like, well, what's the damages? Like, what? And I suffer damages. Like, clearly suffer damages financially, emotionally, everything. But it's a hard thing to prove, and that's what brings me back to Let me get you Christopher's statement out before we go too much further. So Christopher Melcher, attorney, I asked him about this. I said, "Are you surprised by this?" He said, "This is from Christopher. I am surprised because a celebrity rarely sues for defamation because the First Amendment allows commentary about public figures, and most of these lawsuits are dismissed quickly. To state as fact that a celeb has health condition is risky because that's not a matter of opinion. The person either has the condition or does not. To make the claim knowing that it is false subjects the commentator to a liability. It shows actual malice, which is required to obtain an award of damages against a public figure for defamation. Because the jury made this finding and assessed punitive damages, the award is probably not dischargeable in bankruptcy." So there you go. So they can't be discharged in bankruptcy as well. But yeah, his statement, as we talked further, to follow that, because allegedly she admitted to lying to fuel her business, that is enough to prove that this was malice. And that's what you gotta. That's part of what you gotta appeal, because I remember Sam Lutfi, got sued by Lynn. They proved he was not lying. That they proved it was a lie, but they couldn't prove it was malice, and that's ultimately what happened with him. So while the book was deemed not truthful, Lynn's book, and the things she said about Sam not truthful, the question is, what was her intent to cause malice? That apparently was where it got more sketchy, and why these sort of defamation cases are so hard to win, and why this one's legitimately surprising. So, look, is this a danger to freedom of speech, as we asked in the title? And potentially, could a celebrity use this to their advantage? Absolutely. But in this case, it does seem like the one in question, this Tasha K, allegedly admitted to lying, admitted to stirring up drama to fuel her business, and in doing so, allowed and gave the jury the key to allow Cardi B the win. And if she really was doing that, then I say shame on her. We shouldn't be supporting this. Anybody who's out there trying to monetize lies, to me, is not a good person. So then in this case, from everything I'm seeing, bravo to Cardi B. That's where I'm at. Steph, what do you think?
I think it's a gangster boss move from Cardi B to do this. How do I put this? When she says, I also did this, on behalf of everyone that gets cyberbullied, the only difference is I've got the money and resources to get it sorted and you guys don't. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That is physically true. I think that, my opinion, is just talking out of her backside there. No. My opinion, my experience, my theory, my whatever, the reason why she did this, it was a gangster boss move to turn around and basically try and use it as a deterrent for anyone else that might be talking shiz about Cardi B. They're going to be clammed up at this point. They're not going to be saying one word, and won't be doing for a very, very long time. Because anyone that now wants to speak about Cardi B, they will just take one look at this case and be like, do I want to be on the hook for $4 million or not? No, thank you. I'll figure out another topic to speak about. Hence, I think it's more of a gangster boss move of Cardi B, and I'm not calling her out on that. Fair play to her, fair play. I'm not judging her for doing that or all like that. It's just, my opinion of what I feel, what maybe her true intentions were in regards to going after this YouTuber. The other thing I found really, really interesting is looking behind the scenes, Andy. All of a sudden, YouTube has yellow-dollared this live. It's as if YouTube itself doesn't want it to be very well known that one of their big million subscriber YouTubers is in a lot of trouble right now. So I think they're trying to squash this topic. So for everyone watching in the live and anyone that's watching on the replay, please do us a favour, share this video, like, comment, fight against the YouTube gods, and get everyone to know about this story, because YouTube, it looks like, wants this dead and buried pretty quickly. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they do that a lot these days, Steph. Sorry, just a Vegas email I was just responding to quick. That doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, best way, obviously, join and support, because we're getting dinged left and right. Just as we get some ups with Brittany, then we always get downs right after. It's a hard wave to ride, but we do it for you guys, and we can't do it without your support. So thanks everybody who donated and helped throughout this stream. In fact, I got to thank Matt Bond. Always steps up, Mr. Matt Bond. This is the Cardi B case I told you and BJ about. Gotcha. Okay, I think we were talking earlier that was in the works. Now we got to it. Appreciate you, Matt. And then Melinda C became a member.